There is a specific, haunting kind of silence that only exists in the suburbs of America at 2:45 inches the morning. It is the sound of the world breathing in unison, a rhythmic, heavy sleep that covers your neighborhood like a thick blanket. But inside your room, the air feels different. It is charged with a strange, frantic energy. You are sitting on the edge of your bed, or perhaps you are slumped in that one chair in the corner of the living room, the one with the slightly torn fabric. The only light comes from the glowing rectangle in your palm, casting a ghostly blue hue over your face. You tell yourself you will put it down after just one more scroll, just one more video, just one more deep dive into a Wikipedia page about a ship that sank 100 years ago. But the minutes turn into hours, and the guilt starts to settle in your chest like lead. You know that in less than 4 hours, your iPhone's radar alarm will pierce through this peace, and you will have to drag your exhausted body into the shower to start another day of being a functional human being. And yet, you stay. You linger in the shadows. Why is it that the pillow, which should be your best friend, feels like a surrender you are not ready to make? Why does your brain suddenly spark to life the moment the rest of the world shuts down? Let's talk about the person who finds their true self only when the sun is gone. To the outside world, to your boss in the glass office, to the lady behind the counter at the local deli, or to your parents who still call you at 9 a.m. on a Saturday, you might look like someone who is simply disorganized. They use words like lazy or undisciplined. They suggest sleep hygiene tips, like buying blackout curtains or drinking chamomile tea, as if you haven't already tried every trick in the book. But they are missing the point entirely. The surface behavior is staying up late, but the underlying reality is a high-definition struggle for existence. During the day, you are a performer. You are playing the role of the productive American citizen. You navigate the exhausting social friction of the workplace. You manage the delicate expectations of your friends, and you pay the emotional tax that comes with living in a society that demands constant availability. Every reply-all email, every polite nod in the break room, and every decision about what to have for dinner is a withdrawal from your internal bank account. By the time 8 p.m. rolls around, you are bankrupt. You have spent your entire day living for other people. This brings us to the hidden engine, the psychological machinery that keeps your eyes open when your body is screaming for rest. This is what experts call revenge bedtime procrastination, and it is perhaps the most misunderstood form of rebellion in the modern world. In a culture that prioritizes the grind and the hustle, staying up late is your way of staging a one-person protest. It is a desperate, late-night grab for autonomy. Think about it. When is the only time no one wants anything from you? When is the only time you aren't being evaluated, judged, or directed? It is the middle of the night. At 2 a.m., the notifications stop. The Slack channels go dark. The weight of the world's expectations lifts just enough for you to breathe. You stay up because those hours are the only ones you truly own. You aren't scrolling because the content is good. You are scrolling because the act of scrolling is a choice that belongs solely to you. It is a form of psychological rent control in a world where the cost of living is your very soul. You feel a sudden burst of creativity or clarity, not because you are a night owl in the biological sense, though you might be because the social noise has finally been muted. Have you ever noticed how your best ideas come to you when you're staring at the ceiling in the dark? It's because the guardrails of your daily life have been removed. You are finally allowed to wander. But there is an even deeper layer to this, one that goes back to the very roots of our species. Thousands of years ago, when our ancestors slept around campfires under the vast, predatory sky, the tribe couldn't afford for everyone to be unconscious at the same time. Someone had to stay awake. Someone had to watch the horizon for shifting shadows. Someone had to listen for the snap of a twig that signaled danger. You, the person who can't seem to close your eyes until the birds start chirping, are the descendant of the Watchman. Your nervous system is hardwired with the ancient responsibility of the sentry. You feel more alert at night because, in the grand theater of evolution, you were the one who kept the village safe. Your brain hasn't quite realized that the predators are gone, or rather, that the predators have changed into things like credit card debt and career anxiety. Your late-night vigilance is an echo of a time when your wakefulness was a gift of life to those you loved. Does it feel a bit too familiar? The way you feel a strange sense of duty to stay awake, as if something important might happen if you just wait long enough. So, what is the meaningful truth behind this midnight ritual? It is not that you are broken or that you need to be fixed by a more aggressive morning routine. The truth is that your late night habit is a signal, a loud, clear message from your inner self that your daytime life is starving for more freedom. It is a plea for more agency during the hours when the sun is up. The enlightenment comes when you stop fighting the night and start listening to what it's trying to tell you. When you realize that you stay up late because you love your life and you don't want to let go of the day, you can begin to forgive yourself. You can start to build small pockets of nighttime freedom into your afternoon. You can learn to set boundaries that allow you to be the owner of your time long before the clock strikes 12. Imagine a world where you don't have to steal time from sleep because you've already claimed enough for yourself during the day. The goal isn't just to sleep more, it's to live more. The next time you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., don't meet yourself with anger, meet yourself with understanding. You are just a person trying to find a little bit of peace in a loud world. You are the watchman, finally learning that it's okay to let the fire burn low and close your eyes. The world will still be there when you wake up, but you will be more ready to face it, not as a victim of the day, but as its master. The person who stays up late is often the person who feels the most deeply. They are the ones who notice the way the light changes as the moon moves across the sky. They are the ones who contemplate the vastness of the universe while others are dreaming of spreadsheets. This sensitivity is a superpower, but like any power, it requires a balance. You aren't just a night owl, you are a guardian of the quiet hours. And once you realize that those hours aren't a trap, but a sanctuary, you can finally decide when to step out of them. You don't have to stay up to prove you're alive. You can rest, knowing that the freedom you seek isn't found in the hours you steal from tomorrow, but in the peace you cultivate within yourself today. Let that be your final thought before you finally, gently turn off the light.